What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're brand new here, welcome to the channel. Let's go over today's video, which is about my horrible match performance at the Berry's Red Rock Rumble. Let's get into it. So right off the bat, I finished 35th out of 107 in carry optics. Not the greatest. I think 120th, if I remember correctly, out of like 300 and something competitors overall. Upper 50%, did not shoot the greatest match. We have a lot to work on, and we're gonna go over some of the match footage here. We're just gonna try to keep this short and sweet. I have hat cam footage of every single stage and then a couple third-person views of some of them. I would say maybe the majority of them. Let's get into the video, probably just pop in for comment here and there, and let's go from there. So first off, before we get into the match footage, very surprising to me, but I met more than one person that actually watched my videos at this match, and they came up to say hello and they appreciate the video. So if you ever see me at a match, come say hello. It's awesome to meet you guys. It was cool, and I'm still shocked people like my videos. Thank you. So I volunteered for this match, and we had a little like staff meeting ahead of the first stage. I wanted to go to the function fire bay, but I didn't get there, I guess, early enough to do it. Plus it was like pitch black when I first got there. So something I will be doing going forward, at least for like a major-ish match, is trying to get to the function fire bay to just shoot a few rounds before the first stage, just so it's not a full cold start. Well, we started on stage 7, had stage 7, then chrono, then the prize table, then stage 1. So we had a little gap between the first two stages, but let's look at the footage of stage 7.
Fuck. Wow. There's the mic on that.
If you're finished, hello, you're clear.
That was horrible.
Clear, hammer down. Range is clear, 24.
That was
41.
horrendous.
I believe the first shot on the no shoot on the right side there was a mic. That was a very iffy shot. It was one of those shots that was like, that one was close, and for some reason I just left it and didn't take a makeup shot. First shots of the day, first stage of the day, went not the greatest, as you could tell. Rolling through the middle on the steel, way too many makeups on that. Had a mic on the tuxedo on the left side, but I was already moving, and I don't know why I didn't make up that shot. Wound up with 2 mics on this stage. Let's keep going.
If you are finished, unload and show clear. Yep. If you are finished.
So stage 1, like I was saying earlier, this was after chrono and then after the prize table, so this was like another break in between. But stage 1, the sun started to come over the berm on stage 1, so anything that way was iffy-ish. You'll see on stage 3 it was like really bad for me, but on this stage went decent. Didn't have the greatest hits, didn't have any mics on it though, so let's do it. So one thing, if you do notice this, the smoke coming out of the end of my barrel on this stage specifically, and then like 1 or 2 other ones, absolutely horrible. I've been using Hop Munitions 124 grain, and it's been very smoky. I'm done using that stuff because, as you can tell, kind of hard to see what you're shooting at with that much smoke looking into the sun. But yeah, All right, stage 2.
Fuck.
So this stage, I shot it this way. I'd do it again, but we had a mic on the 4th target. I think I just sent around a little too early, transitioning from the bottom target to the top one. And I obviously saw it because you could hear me yell, "Fuck," going past the target. But I was already out of that position. I just wanted to keep the speed up. Didn't have any reason to go back to make up that shot. It was extremely close. We even threw an overlay on it, and I don't think it could have been any closer to touching that perf. But wound up being a mic. Pretty unacceptable. That's one shot I am very annoyed at myself about, but moving on.
Ah.
So stage 3, another one. For some reason we dealt with the smoke on this one. It didn't bother me too much on stage 2 because they were pretty close targets. Stage 3, a little bit further away. The tuxedo. So I had a little trouble on that. Had a little trouble with getting the dot on target. Had an alpha and then 2 mic, and the mic was on opposite ends of the A zone in the hardcover. That was another smoky gun situation that I couldn't really see what was going on. Then we threw the no-shoot coming into that front left target, which I didn't see until the smoke cleared once again. But few people ran the stage a little different. They kind of shot the activator and stuff from the back section. I decided to get to the front to shoot it because I already had to get to the front. But that's how that one went.
Ah, fuck you. Come on, fuck.
If finished. Unloading.
So stage 4 is very similar to a stage that I designed a few months ago for our local match, and I'm very happy that it was kind of like reused, reimagined for this. It was a fun stage, 3 shots per. It did mess a lot of people up. This is actually a stage I wound up ROing the entire weekend after this early match. The 3 shots per kind of threw some people off. There were a few people that made it pretty far through and then realized they only shot 2 shots, had to go back. But for me, 3rd shot on that no-shoot coming through the middle, dropped it into the no-shoot, so we had to come back to shoot that. Then going into the right corner, I meant to do paper, steel, paper, and for some reason just going in, I just went paper, paper, steel. Had an edge hit on the first one, so out of the corner of my eye, didn't fall, came back, had another edge hit on it, didn't fall again, so I put a 3rd shot on it. So that kind of killed a little bit of time, but I would have been happy without the no-shoot and just dealt with the rest of it, but it is what it is. That was a very fun stage though. Stage 5.
If finished. finished, unload and show clear. If clear, hand.
So one thing on this stage, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, or maybe now, the shots on the first hardcover. I shot steel activator, steel, bottom target, top target. That top target, I called 2 good shots on that, and somehow we had a mic on it. So we're going to get to it in a little bit. We did get a new barrel for this gun, and we have to go accuracy test it. This is the Apex Gunsmith Fit barrel. Supposedly better for your accuracy. We'll see how that goes. This shot could have been me, could have been the gun. I don't know. We'll see when we accuracy test it to like confirm if I just suck that bad. Then I almost left too soon and forgot about that tuxedo all in the left. I'm going to the front. For some reason, that swinger with the no shoot going like a lot slower than I'm used to was hard for me to shoot at for some reason, but through a no shoot. But we just kind of dropped it into the no shoot, but it's still a no shoot. Didn't need the third shot on because it was broke perf both directions, but it is what it is. Stage 6.
If you are finished, unload and show clear. If clear.
So stage 6, obviously table start. It was toes touching the start bar. This stage, time-wise, went really good for me. My hits were pretty shitty. I think I had a lot of Charlies, which I don't like that, which is something we're gonna talk about in a little bit. But I think we were like 50-50 for like alphas and Charlies. No bueno, but time-wise, good. All right, now we're getting into day 2 of shooting. This is the first stage of the morning. This one happened to be right next to the function fire bay, and we didn't have a staff meeting. So what did we do? We function fired ahead of time, get a little warmed up.
If you are finished, unload and show clear. If clear, camera down.
Hi.
This stage, I think I was closer to the end to go. I might have been the last shooter to actually go. I don't remember exactly. Everyone in my squad was a little nervous on shooting the activator, paper, then the drop turner. Most of them either did the reload, then one paper, activator, other paper, drop turner. And some people even just shot the activator and just waited for the drop turner. I did see some match footage from other people. They just completely didn't even shoot those because it's a disappearing target. There's no penalties for missing. Some people just saved the time. I decided, let me go for it. I'm not having the greatest match. Let's just go for it. Dropped a no shoot, but barely dropped a no shoot. Stage 8. This one, last 3 targets were strong hand only. Let's get into it.
Come on. Wow. Wow.
So there's a couple different ways that people ran this. Some people started at the front door, swung the door open, shot those targets, ran back. I saw some people, which I think was a really weird stage plan. I don't know how beneficial it was. They started on the front side of the door at the beep. They just kind of like backed up through the door and started shooting. Seemed pretty weird to me. More than one person did it, so I don't know. I decided to start in the back. And as you see, we had a little trouble with that last steal. Not the greatest. My dot was on target every single shot, and I guess I did just yank every single shot pulling the trigger strong hand only. I think I counted about 7 makeup shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's say my 23rd shot, I think. Kind of makes sense. 23rd shot would have put me at a 1985 in time-wise. Since we took so many damn makeup shots, it put me at a 24:05. So 4 to 5 seconds extra of just shooting.
Wow.
If you are finished unloading.
Stage 9. This one, last 3 targets, weekend only. This one went good for me. I would shoot it the same way again. Maybe just not so many makeups on the hardcover at first, but other than that, there you go.
Bye. Woo! If you are finished.
I think I mic'd it.
Woo!
All right, so stage 10, I thought I did it pretty quick. Then the stage winner had, I think, 5 seconds on me. So there's that. And then the other, well, the big issue is we threw a mic again on another super close target, the second to last target. So transitioning from the single to the stack, threw a mic on the bottom, and then we were falling out of position because I came in a little too hot, I guess, not to exactly the right spot. And we threw a mic, fell out of position, and I knew I wasn't gonna step back in for one shot. So that one I just left, which could have been a makeup if I was in the right spot and didn't fall out. So yeah, so stage 11.
Stand by. If you are finished, unload and show.
So this stage got thrown out at the very end because I guess there was a little controversy with the shooting of this steel swinger. So there's a steel swinger behind the hardcover on the right. It's only available very quick. It's a brief reveal and then it's gone for like a second and a half each time. I decided I am not gonna worry about shooting that. I'm gonna take a mic on this one on purpose. I activated it, shot one at the hardcover, so I engaged it. So I don't get an FTSA. Then we just left and shot the rest. At the end of Friday, which was the second day of shooting, I had the stage win on this with the mic. Then when some other shooters started going, I lost the stage win, which I assumed. This stage, like I said, got thrown out because there was, I guess some people were shooting it in a certain order that they let it go. I think the RM okayed it, then he didn't like it. It was some weird thing, they threw it out. But this was my best stage and they threw this out and then it dropped me 5 places. Stage 12, this was some very far poppers. I want to say close to 40 yards.
Wow.
Just slow controlled shooting. Could have maybe shot it more controlled and less makeups, but there's really 2 ways to shoot it. Either start from this side or start from the other side.
Wow. Take it.
Stand by. If you are finished, unload and show clear. If clear, hammer down and holster right.
All right, stage 13. So this stage, I enjoyed this stage until I reloaded. So I feel like I was flying through this stage. Went really good for me up until I reloaded. Then everything fell apart for some reason. A couple makeups on that little steel in the corner there. Then I shot an extra shot at the tucks that I didn't need. Had a makeup on just about every single steel. Then we ran dry on the swinger and I wasn't gonna reload for one more shot. So that's how we ended up with the mic on that. Time probably would have been 2 to 3 seconds faster if I shot better.
If finished, unload until clear. If clear, hammer.
And then last but not least, actually my favorite stage was stage 14. This one had like this holy monkey thing. We shot at one USPSA match beforehand, kind of like activates weird. So there's a really big reveal on it on the left side first, and then I think a quick one on the right, and then short left, and it's a weird pattern that it does it. Hits were not the greatest on this. Time was okay. Could have went a little faster, I think, in sections, but the main thing is the hits, which is a recurring thing for me, but this stage was fun and one of my more favorite stages. All right, so the match footage is done. Let's just have a quick chat about me shooting. I was trying to scroll through practice score really quick just to get an idea of my shooting, because I know the shooting is not doing very good lately. I made masterclass a little earlier in the year, and since then I've been shooting extra bad for some reason. I don't know why, what it is. Day 2 went a little bit better for me at this match than day 1, which is kind of the same thing that happened at Utah State match, and I think the Wyoming Governor's match also. I guess that's just nerves or whatever, and then after I realized that I did kind of shitty the first day, I'm just like, all right, let's just have fun, and it's better, I guess. I picked 2 different people that were close time-wise for me. So I did it total with that one stage thrown out 278 seconds, which the strong hand only stage could have been 4 seconds faster and a couple other here and there. So faster than that, but we went off the time that was left there. So 278. So the next person, there's a lot slower than me from where I finished, but a bunch faster also. There was a GM that finished 278 also. Just comparing hits wise, I had 231 alphas. He had 295 alphas. So right there, there's a lot of points left on the table. I also had 7 mics, so that's another 35 points right there that I lost by just not making up those shots or missing. Alpha wise, it's 64 alpha difference. So 64 over the 15 stages is I think an average of 4 alpha per stage. I had 17 delta, he had 0 also, so that's 17 points, as opposed to turning those into alphas that could have been however many points. I don't feel like doing the math right now. Then moving down to like a masterclass shooter, roughly the same time, 278 range. Once again, I had 231 alpha, he had 258 alpha, so that's 27 off. A lot of points I'm leaving on the table right there. And then the deltas, which is just a lucky miss. I'm gonna be doing some stuff working on shooting better, because my speed is there, but the accuracy is not, which I feel like is the same thing I spoke about in the Utah State match. It's an issue for me. Going forward from this, the main thing we gotta work on, like I was saying, is the accuracy, because I'm 60-ish off from where I should be shooting just from going a little fast. We're gonna be accuracy testing this new Apex Gunsmith Fit barrel to see how this gun groups, because maybe 1, maybe 2 of them were the gun and not me, which awesome, I get to blame the gun, but still my shooting horrible. That one on, I think, stage 5, I called a good shot on that one, and it was a miss, so 1. Maybe we'll give 1 to this, I don't know. My shooting needs to improve. So I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna stop beating myself up about this. Speed-wise, good. Shooting-wise, not good. Match was very fun. A lot of fun, challenging stages. Would love to shoot it again. I will see you guys in the next one. If you want to support the channel, use the links down below. We got merch and stuff like that. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, comment on the videos, share it or whatever. So get out there, shoot a match. Let's hit those A zones and make GM together. Peace out.